Welcome to AIGP News. I'm Steve Sanders. Chaos engulfed Egypt this week as protesters took to the streets fighting police and disobeying the curfew set out by the military. The reason? There's really nothing else to do in Egypt. These protesters are seen as a dire threat to President Hosni Mubarak, who has been in power for over 3 decades. The United States has threatened to pull funding from Egypt if President Mubarak meets these protesters with violent means, bringing bad news to the president, who is planning to build a pyramid to commemorate his rule. These protesters in Egypt looted buildings, set fire to police cars and party headquarters, and reportedly partied like it was 1985. These new protests came as the Egyptian president was set to hand down his position to his son, something the protesters do not want. The Egyptian president now has to choose whether to hand down his position to his son, which is what his Muslim allies would like, or to name Egypt as a democracy, something the protesters would like. He is unsure what to do. So let's ask Mohammed. Mohammed, are you there?
I'm here.
So, Mohammed, what do you think the Egyptian president should do?
Well, I think everyone deserves the freedom to choose their own leaders. So he should turn the country over to the people so that they can choose the direction of the country in the future.
Thank you, Mohammed. Can you tell him that?
I would, but they turned off the internet, so I can't email him.
Well, maybe he'll watch this show and hear what you have to say.
I hope so, because I don't want to see innocent people die because of this. And damn it, gas prices better not go up any goddamn farther.
Well, thank you for coming on and doing this, Mohammed. What are you doing later?
Well, it's my pleasure to do it. Later on, I'm heading over to Moses' house, and we're having a cook party.
Well, have fun, Mohammed. Well, people, you heard Mohammed right. Egypt has shut down its internet over the entire country. A widespread shutdown that most people didn't think was possible. They added that America couldn't do this because people would riot because they weren't able to watch their porn. Obama has come out and said that he is willing to tweak his healthcare reform, but not repeal it. He said tweak it, like when you're trying to fix the toaster, so you stick a fork in it to tweak it and then get electrocuted, something I learned not to do after the 5th time. Obama has said that Granny is safe though in the new healthcare bill, though she was raped in real life. Republican Rand Paul introduced a new spending bill in Congress this week that would cut funding to energy, housing, schools, and would cut funding to Israel. This new plan drew ire from both Republicans and Democrats, who claimed that Israel needs the money. Mr. Paul, though, said that Israel controls all banks anyways, so they don't need the money. This bill is not expected to pass, as it would cut funding and save the government money, which is against everything our government stands for. NASA marked the 25th anniversary of the Challenger explosion this week by blowing up a rocket. Just kidding. The ceremony brought past and present astronauts, past and present flight directors, and school children who weren't born when the Challenger exploded. The school children said they didn't know what the Challenger or NASA was, but since it got them out of school, it had to be a good thing. Taco Bell is being sued by a group saying their taco meat filling is not beef, something most of us already knew. Taco Bell then took out over 90 full-page ads in newspapers around the country claiming their taco meat filling is 88% beef, made from 100% soybeans. Human medication sickened more pets last year than anything else, according to the American Society for Prevention of Animal Cruelty, which means I should really stop giving my dog downers. The American Society for Prevention of Animal Cruelty said this is the 3rd year in a row human medication has topped the list. When asked why their name was so long, They said all the short names were taken. Alcohol detection device that could be mandatory in cars is over a decade away, according to the Transportation Secretary. While cars that drive themselves is over 2 decades away. This unobtrusive new device could save thousands of lives and would use either a breathalyzer system or a skin prick that would detect alcohol in drivers. They said they had one that would detect judgment in drivers, but then most teenage drivers would not be allowed to be on the road, which would also save thousands of lives. New York Mets owners are looking at a partial sale of the team. For those of you who don't remember who the Mets are, they are the other baseball team in New York, you know, the one that doesn't win games. The U.S. economy reportedly grew 3.2% in the fourth quarter. Wait, didn't I just report last week that the U.S. economy was down? Will people make up their minds whether the U.S. economy is up or down? I'm tired of reporting both at the same time. The ultra-loose spending policy of the United States is reportedly creating a global credit war, according to the Chinese. This credit war will reportedly be called the Great Credit War and will be followed in 20 years by the credit war to end all credit wars. The Gong Institute in China reported this. The Gong Institute in China reported this and urged nations to stop buying U.S. financial and advised nations to quit buying U.S. currencies to avoid losses. The U.S. took this to heart and stopped buying U.S. currency. Sales of Microsoft's Windows slid again this quarter, with fears that new tech items such as smartphones will soon take over the marketplace, which is to no one's surprise who's ever dealt with Microsoft. Microsoft depends on PC sales, which were down 3% in the fourth quarter, but Microsoft said they're not worried as sales of their Xbox and Windows phones will increase their stock prices. Bringing laughter from everyone in the world. There's a new fad going around, taking vodka shots to the eyes. So we sent our own Lieutenant Squiggles to investigate this fad. Lieutenant, are you there?
What is it? Who am I? Where is it? Who, what, where, how, when, where, what, who? It's dark in here.
Lieutenant, you're supposed to be reporting on taking vodka shots to the eyes.
I've been taking vodka shots to the eye. I've had like 30.
So, Lieutenant, what is taking a vodka shot to the eye like?
To the eye? I've never done that before, so I had to try it.
No, Lieutenant, you don't have to try it. You're just supposed to tell us what other people think about it.
Doing what?
Taking a vodka shot to the eye.
I have a vodka shot right here, critic.
That's good, Lieutenant, but why are people doing this?
Well, I'll take it to the eye if you want.
Lieutenant, are you drunk?
Yes, I am. I've had like 30 vodka shots.
We said to report on why people are taking vodka shot to the eyes, not get drunk.
Okay, I'm gonna take this one to the eye right now. Live on camera.
Lieutenant, don't. We don't know what will happen.
Oh God, it burns! It burns so bad! Please God, it burns! My eye, I can't feel my eye! Ah, it burns! Why, Lord, why do you do these things to me? Why?
Lieutenant, are you okay?
Oh dear God, it burns! It burns! I need some water to put in my eye! Water! Water! I need water! Give me some water! Someone give me some water!
Somebody help Lieutenant Squiggles. Get him some water or something.
Oh God, I said water! Oh God, I said water! This is vodka! It burns so bad! God damn it, it burns! Burns so bad! Ah!
Somebody get there and help Lieutenant Squiggles. Make sure he's okay. That was Lieutenant Squiggles, everyone. Now for celebrity news. Charlie Sheen checked himself into rehab this week, to no one's surprise. Charlie Sheen's show, 2.5 Men, was placed on indefinite hiatus while he was in rehab, bringing bad news to the show's idiotic and probably drunk viewers. Demi Lovato left rehab this week and looks forward to going back to her normal routine. Wow, is all celebrity news this week? Someone going in or out of rehab? You might remember Demi Lovato as the star of the Disney Channel show Sunny with a Chance, or from her numerous hit songs. Or if you're over the age of 12, you won't have a clue who she is. Charlie Sheen's porn star friend, Capri Anderson, said that the girls partying with Charlie are idiots after what happened to her, which is something no one remembers. Bruno Mars has reached a deal with Clark County Prosecutor's Office, so he will not have a cocaine arrest on his record. For those of you who don't remember who Bruno Mars is, he's who is Bruno Mars? Oh yeah, right. Celebrity Rehab alumni Jason Davis was arrested for possession of a controlled substance. You can watch him now on new episodes of Celebrity Rehab, where he will try to stretch his 15 minutes of fame. Someone stole Mel Gibson's beaver this week, making Mel Gibson very angry. He then immediately went out and got a new beaver, because after all, he is Mel Gibson. The beaver in question is the final cut of Mel Gibson's new movie, The Beaver, in which Mel Gibson pretty much plays himself in what is being called a documentary. Bristol Palin pulled out of a talk this week on teen pregnancy, bringing bad news to students all over Washington U who will now have to figure out how to get pregnant on their own. Chip star Larry Wilcox this week avoided jail time for securities fraud because of his Vietnam record. At least that's what the judge said. The real reason, Wilcox promised the judge he could meet Eric Estrada if he didn't go to jail. Jamie Presley has filed for divorce from her husband Saman Singh. She stated irreconcilable differences as the reason for divorce. For those of you wondering, irreconcilable differences in layman's terms means absolutely nothing, and the only reason it is to give people a reason to get divorced. Now here's a new segment we're working on here at AIGP News. It is relationship advice with Captain Iron Sam Kidd. Take it away, Captain.
Arr, ye scurvy landlubbers. I be Captain Iron Sam Kidd, and I be here to give you the old relationship advice. I be known about dating and such from me father, who dated a gorilla for 20 years but never married. Now I be here to tell ye all about dating and how to do it. Me first question comes from Rebecca. Rebecca asks, how do ye make me boyfriend like me friends? Well, that be easy, Rebecca. That be easy. Ye just get some rope and tie ye boyfriend up in a basement with mice all over the floor. Then you cover his legs with the cheese. Wait approximately 1 hour and send your friends down the stairs to untie him. Then he be liking your friends. Your friends will have saved ye, and he will like them. Now our next question comes from the Tony. Tony asks, me girlfriend thinks I'm irresponsible. How can I prove I be responsible? Well, Tony, there be a way to do this, but it be a long way, filled with hardships and buried treasure, mate. That's right, Tony. Join the pirate crew, then immediately mutiny, and kill the captain, declare yourself captain, then ye be proved responsible, because all the captains be responsible. Now me next question comes from the Susan. Susan asks, How can me tell my ex that I want him back? Well, Susan, this be easy. All you do is invite your ex to dinner at your house. Tell him you just want to talk to him again and miss talking to him. Then when he shows up, take off all your clothes and greet him at the door. You'll have him back painlessly and quickly, and he be more than willing to take ye back. Now our last question comes from Bill. Bill asks, how can I get me wife more interested in the sex? Well, Bill, you need to listen to me. Women like nothing more than a pirate, so dress like me, Captain Iron Sam Kidd, and ye, wench, be all over ye. Wenches love the pirate, and say, wench, bring me a beer, and grab her by the ass, and say, wench, upstairs, I will have ye. That's all the questions we have for the day. This be Iron Sam Kidd, signing our...
Yeah, thank you, Captain Iron Sam Kidd. That was kind of weird. Now for sports news. Jeff Fisher left his coaching job with the Tennessee Titans this week, saying it was time to part ways. Though he did add that if they were a good team, it wouldn't be time to part ways. The leaving was cordial, as Jeff Fisher thanked those in the organization, waved and said goodbye, though it did get a little awkward when he lowered his pants and told everyone to kiss his ass. Iowa coach Kirk Ferentz said that 5 of the 9 players hospitalized with a muscular disorder would be released from the hospital this week. He said he's not sure how this disorder came about, but he's sure it has nothing to do with the 18 hours a day workouts and practices. Yankees president Randy Levine has said that Texas Rangers Chuck Greenberg was delusional. We do not know why he said this yet, but we're looking into it. Alberto Contador has said there is a conspiracy against him and he will fight the doping charge. In what is sure to be the only Tour de France news to come out when the Tour de France is not going on. Vladimir Guerrero and the Baltimore Orioles are reportedly close to reaching a deal, which has to be the best news for the Orioles to come out ever. Fans are buying tickets to Super Bowl 45, with one fan reportedly paying $70,000 for a luxury suite. The fan stated it was a good way to spend the money, even though there were seats he couldn't see the field from. Here are this week's football scores. That's all the time we have for this week. I'm Steve Sanders, signing off.